your punk rock hands together for Yungblud! Oh, it's very good to have you here.
Oh, I'm like ready as a rabbit on Easter, mate.
Oh, yeah, which is
fully out.
That's pretty ready. Welcome to the country. Are you having a good time?
Oh, bruv, I have had the best time this trip. Honestly, I miss Australia a lot. You guys are just like fast and loose. Honestly, just wild.
As are you, because you were one of the cancelled acts at Splendour in the Grass.
Yeah.
But you so totally made up for it. Within 3 hours of being cancelled, you had a sold-out gig at Kingscliff.
Yeah.
How did the logistics of making that happen work?
It wasn't like slick. I was literally Googling pubs. Honestly, I was like ringing people up, being like, "Yo, it's Yungblud. Can I come play tonight?" I'm like, "Are you really Yungblud?" What? And I was like, "Yeah, I am."
That's not bad.
Really?
It's pretty good acting.
I appreciate you. It's like, I was like, "Can I come and play?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then we did, and it was mental.
It went well?
Oh, bruv, there were people like climbing over the walls. Because I always get a bit nervous. I'm always a bit like, "Yo, do you reckon anyone's going to turn up?" And it was just like, "Yo, you announced it 20 minutes ago and the police have been called because it's over capacity." It was fun.
It was an insane amount of rain, and that's why the organisers cancelled the Friday lineup. Do you think they made the right decision?
I mean, to be honest, I go to Glastonbury, you know what I mean, and Reading, so I was used to it, but I think always safety first, you know what I mean, because it was more so the wind as well. But I think, like, people were on site, my crew were on site, and like signs were blowing over, and you know what I mean, and you don't want a sign to blow into a mass of people.
And you got Kingscliff, so
bro, I had
happy.
such a good time. Honestly, I loved it. I loved it. It was wonderful.
You're here for your Life on Mars tour.
I am.
We hear that things got a little hectic in Melbourne last night.
Did lose me tooth.
How did you do
That's
it?
new. I just got that done, actually.
What, in a
Aussie dentist, man. I literally went straight from the club to the dentist this morning.
You're saying we're fast.
Oh, bro, fully. I was just literally just on stage and was like, "Yeah, man, my tooth fell out." I was like, "Oh, I've got no tooth." And then it was my guitar tech's face that was the funniest thing, because I'm just like, "Oh, my tooth," and he's just like, "Oh, oh," and then we're just like, "Yo, can we get me a dentist in the morning?" And then there was one waiting for me at 8 a.m. this morning. Went straight from the club to the dentist. I hadn't really been to bed yet either, but I'm happy.
Bit of the laughing gas?
All that, just fully, just like the full works, like, "Hello, sir, do you want some painkillers?" I was like, "Yeah, go on, turn them up."
You've got fans lining up at 6 a.m. for your shows.
Oh, it's crazy.
What's it like to have that kind of dedication?
Oh, just beautiful. Honestly, I think, like, I only started this thing just because I wanted to find some mates. Honestly, I just wanted to find some people who would think and relate to me in a way, because I felt so lonely my whole life, and just to be on the other side of the world, furthest I've ever been from my mum, and people are lining up. It's just like, it's a culture, man. It's an idea. It's a movement, and it's happening. It's wild.
So last time you were here, you led a bit of a fiery chant against our then Prime Minister. We're not allowed to play it, but it rhymed with duck flomo.
Yeah, it was.
Do you have anything lined up for the current Prime Minister?
Oh, as I say, I think they're all right, to be honest. I've heard. You know what I mean? They're better than the last one. You know what I mean? Didn't really get on with ScoMo, me. You know what I mean?
You'd say SCO, no, thank you.
Yeah, I was literally just like, couple too many trips to Hawaii, I think. You know what I mean? And then, do you know what I mean? I think, like, young people were just angry, and I think, like, I'm all about self-expression and allowing people to get it out. And we certainly got it out.
Totally. I've got some numbers for you. I'm going to throw some stats at you.
Throw some stats at me.
You've, well, verbally.
Whoa!
You've collected over 3 billion global streams and nearly 4 million Instagram
Really?
followers.
3 billion?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow!
Do those numbers matter to you?
No. Evidently, I just care about how many people are at my show.
Totally.
Do you know what I mean? I think it's all just about culture for me, and all about people finding each other. You know what I mean? If you come to a Yungblud show, you don't just come and see me, you come to see each other. That's what I always wanted to say.
I tell you what you do beautifully is celebrating individuality. And we're going to have a look at something that you put on your Instagram. Let's have a look.
I met a young kid called Ruben. His parents told me that he was getting a hard time at school because of the way he looked. I told him that in this life, people are going to try and hurt you because they are terrified of your imagination. They are terrified of your individuality. This is what Yungblud is about. Yungblud is a place to come together, not only to be accepted for who you are, but to be loved for it. And if you feel like you're out there and you don't belong anywhere, welcome home.
That brought us all undone this afternoon when we watched that.
Oh, killer, man. Thank you.
No, it was beautiful. What do you hope fans take away from that?
I just think in this life, it's so easy for people to judge. It's kind of how we're programmed as humans, you know what I mean? Because ultimately, we don't want to get hurt. So it's easier for us to distance ourselves before we actually understand something or know it. And I think in the formative years of someone's life, it can really mess you up if you're trying to be who you are, kind of the world or society or your parents or your friends or your teachers won't let you be that. So I just wanted to create a space where it's like, no matter who you are or what you want to be, you can be that here. And you won't be accepted for it because it wants to be accepted. You know what I mean? You'll be loved for it. You know what I mean? It's like not that surface level. I just think like Yungblud came about on a wave that crashed with a generation. An idea changed. People didn't want to be silent anymore. They don't deserve to be. You know what I mean? Everyone deserves to have a chance to be who they are. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life fighting for that.
All right, well, that's a beautiful and very powerful message. And Yungblud's self-titled album will be out September the 2nd. Just head to our website for all the details on how you can get your hands on it. Thank you so much for joining us on the project, Yungblud.